started it 3 years ago with different people of different countries, different nationalities, because we live in the coast. We started to see the amount of marine litter in the beaches, and before we started the organization, there was already many people independently cleaning the beach, thinking about what's going on. There's a lot of surf going on here and fishing going on in Peniche. The nets are just floating in the ocean and they trap the fish, sharks, dolphins, turtles, and we bring them. So some volunteers do workshops like make your dream catcher, and then they can take it home, or we can see how they can use it. What we love to do is after the beach cleanups, we come to this beautiful place called Quinta de Mar. It's a little place that has been borrowed to us, where we have the opportunity to bring and collect the marine litter. And with the marine litter we bring from the beach cleanups, we do a little process in which we separate it with the volunteers so people can really see what's been picked up, what's been collected. During this separation of marine litter, people can find objects that they use at home. Of course, we find a lot of fishing nets and fishing gear. We find a lot of bottles. Like, the people can see that there's no one to blame about this topic because we are all contributing. Consumption and 50 years of plastic, it's too much and it's not stopping. And it's been so much going into the ocean for so many years that it will be very hard to pick it all up. Nevertheless, when we come here and people look at that, people start to change their habits, to rethink their habits. They start to see that there are alternatives, they have some alternatives, not to use plastic all the time. We create sometimes art objects. We have some bottles that we use so the plastic can float. We have some characters to make it fun for the kids. We do a little bit exhibitions of the old bottles we find at the beach that have been for many years and from different countries floating in the ocean. We used to call it oceans lessons. So the idea is to go to schools, show them in a fun way, in a colorful way, let's say, what we can find in the ocean and how this marine litter and this plastic is affecting the marine life and it's coming back to us. We invite you all to join small initiatives like ours wherever you are, or do little initiatives by yourself, porque al dar ejemplo conseguimos trocar el modo de consumo que tenemos y con cambios pequeños podemos lograr un cambio muy grande y ojalá global en este tema del consumo que tenemos hoy en día para un mejor futuro. We do believe there's hope that at least we can start mitigating the impact of this problem. And there are two options, I think. One, we don't change, and this is going to come back to humanity really big time. We already see very big consequences. We see whales full of plastic inside. We see birds giving their baby birds plastic. We see plastic in many fish that it's going to be eaten by us. So we will never change, and it's going to be like that. Or especially kids nowadays and young people are starting to change the mentality. People are starting to really think, do I really need a new pair of shoes? Do I really need that? Do I really need this? Maybe it's better in wood or alternative materials than plastic. And we believe that if people change a little bit, the big companies also that produce so much unnecessary plastic, like single-use plastic, we'll start to see that it's not a business anymore, and maybe the production will go down. We will all be more aware of what we're doing. We will reuse things, we will restore things, so that recycling is the last option. Like